Welcome to Talking with the Experts. This is where we discuss great ideas to take your business to the next level. How do we know these ideas work? Well, it's because we're talking with business owners who are using these ideas. Business owners who have years of experience and expertise. All things business by business owners for business owners. And now, here is your host, Rose Davidson.
Hi, I'm Rose Davidson from Talking with the Experts. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank Global Glamping Charities for their valued support. Global Glamping Charities, solving homelessness in all its forms. Reach out to them at globalglamping.org. Do you love your podcast and dislike the editing and uploading to the various platforms? Would you like to spend this time with your family and friends or work on your business? Podcast editing doesn't have to be a chore. Talking with the Experts partners with podcasters who need help with audio and content editing. If you'd like to know more, contact me, Rose Davidson, using the link showing now or send me a private message.
Talking with the Experts.
In episode 444, Dr Douglas Kong discusses realigning your business operations to effectively scale up your business.
No longer local unless you are selling very needful and necessary stuff. Most competition is global nowadays because of the internet. And also, nowadays, business is complex because of the many tools that are available to the entrepreneurs, and some of which are not cheap. And I've seen people who have bought tools, software, techniques, courses on the recommendation of consultants, and then they find that it's a white elephant. They can't use it because they don't know how it works, firstly, and secondly, they were not trained to handle it.
Talking with the Experts.
Hello, welcome to Talking with the Experts. I'm your host, Rose Davidson from rosedavidson.com. Talking with the Experts is about all things business by business owners for business owners. You can find it on all good podcasting streaming platforms and on YouTube. Now, most of us obviously have small businesses, or we're thinking about starting one. But most small businesses are underperforming to some extent and in some areas of their business. And the optimal performance of business require an alignment of their brand and business model to their customer for marketing so that the rest of the ROI or return on investment can be realised. Just like for a business to maximise their profit, there needs to be an alignment to their HR policies and their business processes with their mission, vision and objectives on the one hand, and to their staff and aspirations and customers' needs and wants for their products and their services. Thinking and acting to optimise this alignment or realignment is the best way to reduce cost. And my next guest, Dr Douglas Kong, is a business and performance coach. He helps entrepreneurs and small business owners to scale up by using a 5-stage blueprint to realign their marketing, HR, and operations so that their businesses can make sustained profits without burning out. So without further ado, please welcome Dr. Douglas Kong. Welcome, Douglas. How are you?
Thank you very much, Rose, for having me. I'm glad to be able to be with you on this platform, and I'm happy to share with your listeners what I have learned and what I have gathered from helping people.
Wonderful. That's what I like to hear. Now, Douglas, how can people, align their business performance with the HR and all the other things that they need to do to make sure that everyone within the organisation is on the same page?
I think, first of all, it's a question of mindset. Perhaps I can explain it better if I tell you how I get into this.
Mm-hmm.
I come from a family where my father was in business, and that's how I was brought up. So from young, I've seen him growing his business until it was very big, until there were a few partners, and I've extended into other areas of the industry. And When he retired, he passed the business to my brothers who took over it. Unfortunately, my brothers didn't do it very well. And after some time, they run the business now and it was wound up. I thought it was a pity that this happened. And in some way, I thought of have this feeling that it was inevitable until some about 15 years later, I met the son of my father's competitor. He was standing outside his office premises. And as I talked to him, I realized that his father had sent him for training, for education, and whatever that was needed. And this gentleman has modernized the business, mechanized it, automated, and now they are the dominant business in this particular industry in Singapore. I thought that was amazing, you know. So that got me thinking. Now, how did he manage to do it? And I have a chance to crack at this problem when I practice as a therapist. And my niche as a therapist was to help people with stress, you know. So I got all sorts of people coming to me with stress problems. I will help them. I will treat them and get them well, get them to cope with it, and get them to overcome it. Now, among my clients were a group of executives and business owners. So I also help them with stress and whatever stress they have in their life. I not only help them with stress, but I go one step further. I want to understand what it is that brought them stress. And of course, for them, it was their business problems. And that's how I get to be involved in problem-solving business issues. So as I problem solve with them, they were able to find the solution and answers to whatever that caused them to have stress in the first place. And in the process, I also learned about business processes. And that's when I start subscribing to Harvard Business Review and began to read about it. Then later on, I retired from psychotherapy practice and I continue helping business owners and executives in this area. And as I helped them, I began to see a certain pattern. And at that time also, I began to take non-graduating courses in MBA topics. So to understand the theoretical perspective and background as to how business growth is and what are the possibilities and all that. So as I help more people, I began to see a pattern and I began to realize that it's a matter of getting things in line with each other, as you said, the branding with the customers and so forth. And that's when I come up with this thing called the 5 alignments, you know, to spur your business growth. And that's how I begin, you see.
Very good. It's a great story. And it sometimes a downfall can bring up, and rise from the ashes like a phoenix.
Oh, yes, yes, indeed.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. So it was opportune for you to meet that man outside of his office.
Yeah.
And so tell us a little bit about your 5-stage blueprint that realigns marketing, HR, and operations in a business.
Well, the 5 blueprints cover 3 areas and 2 the big picture. The first alignment will be that of marketing. You need to align your marketing because marketing is the key to getting that cash flow coming in. Without that, the business cannot survive at all. So you align your branding, your business model, and your clients' desires, wishes, your customers, and as well as the kind of environment you find yourself in. Of course, different environment will require different marketing strategies. Mm. And of course, now in the days of social media, that includes social media, where it is a very powerful tool for us to engage our customers and to get them in line with what we want to offer them and to get ourselves in line with what the customers desire. So that brings in the income. And the next stage is, how do we get it profitable? To get it profitable, we must reduce the costs. The two main costs of a business. One is manpower costs, and the other is the process of producing the products or services, the process. So HR costs, you need to realize that you need to engage your employees and your customers is essential, because your employees are the one who handle the products and services and perhaps interface with the customers. They know it better than you do. You may be the business owner, you may be the creator of the product, but they are the one who handles it. They are the one who handle all the complaints. They are the ones who deal with it day in and day out, and so they know it best. Similarly, you got to engage with your customers. When you engage with your customers, you also begin to realize the shortfalls, the complaints, the good things they say about it, and so forth. And the best place to do it with customers is social media, where because they are there, they're able to give you testimonial and provide you with a social proof that your business needs. So that's HR, engaging with people. The third thing is business processes. And in this area, I strongly urge business owners to increase their productivity by learning to collect data. We are in the days of big data. No matter what you do, there are sensors. If you're in a service industry, there are timekeepers which enable you to time every step of the process. And when you start collecting data, you can begin to identify where are the kinks and the bottlenecks in your various processes. And when you do so, you can remove them. And when you combine the two, the engagement with your employees and the reduction in cost because you optimize your business processes, you can reduce the rejects, whether it's a product or service, or the reworks, things that you do all over again. And when you do that, your cost will go down and your profit will go up. And that's when you are able to scale up effectively. Now, to scale up, you have to look back on the reason why your business exists. Okay, your vision, mission, and so forth, your business model, your business environment, your product life cycle, and things like that. And of course, there are many alternative pathways to scaling up. So which one you select will depend on all these factors. And when you got this in line, you can scale up. But of course, to scale up also, you require another ingredient, and that is the last alignment of my 5 alignment. And the last ingredient is leadership. The leader is the one who initiates. The leader is the one who makes things happen. A business owner cannot just be the manager and keep things running. You'll be a dinosaur some years down the road. And so with the right leadership, with the right management team that can provide this, you can take your business to a higher level. And that's how scaling up occurs. And of course, scaling up is another topic by itself. Scaling up is often go by levels, each level, then the next. And it is something I can help business owners to do. So in essence, that's what the 5 alignments is all about. And I'm very excited that I have been able to apply it and it works.
Well, if it works, then it's worthwhile, isn't it? All the headaches and heartaches and whatever to get to the point where now that it works, it's all worth it in the end.
Yes, it is. And maybe I can share an example.
Absolutely.
Of how I work with one of my clients.
Yes, please do.
So this was referred to me by somebody who has worked with me. And when they first came to me, I was amazed. They have been in business for over 7 years, which tells you something. There must be something in it for him or for he and his wife to survive 7 years. So essentially what they have, based on the wife's training and expertise, they concoct a beauty product which is, according to their customers, compatible with some of the best in the industry. But they don't have much sales. And I later found out that they know very little about marketing. In fact, they were not interested in marketing, and maybe that's why they have not much sales. And because marketing is the activity that brings your customer in and give you the cash flow. So undaunted, I look at whatever they have. They have a great Facebook page, good content there, but they have very little followers. They have a few salons that retail their products. Initially, they have more than 20, and now it dwindled down to less than 10. So obviously something is not working. So because of their lack of financial resources, I implement what I call the low-cost marketing approach, basically utilizing their existing network of contacts on their social media platforms, the existing customers that they have, and as well as anybody they know. And basically what they have are discount coupons, which are digital in nature, so very little printing cost is involved. And when they distribute out this to would-be prospects, and the prospects come back to them, they have a discount. So together with this, I also help them to stratify their products in such a way. As you know, marketing has first for people to know, then for people to like, and then for people to trust you. So I stratified it in 3 layers. The bulk of the product was in the main pool for people to use them and really get to know them. But for people to start getting to know them, we select 3 or 4 products where we offer tremendous discount very cheaply, so that they serve as an introduction to his range of products. And so these were the ones that were offered to his customers and his friends to push out to new people to get to buy. So at the other end, we select a few products that are excellent and make it the top end, the premium products, where we increase the margin tremendously. So with this thing, we were able to make it work. After treatment, saw some income coming in, and then we started doing ads on Google and Facebook, testing various keywords, and slowly scale up from there. So I'm happy that it turned out fine. That's how I do it.
Good. That's amazing. So take something that's not working, and you turn it into something that is working using your 5-step program. Absolutely wonderful.
Correct. And basically what I did was take whatever they have and try to optimize it. You see? And that's why my company is called Optimal Zone Performance.
Very good. Very good. Douglas, where could people find you if they want to work with you or want to know more about your 5-step program?
Okay. I'm on LinkedIn. I'm also on Facebook. But people can find me on my website, douglaskong.com. There, I wish to offer your viewers the ebook which I wrote on the 5 alignments that unlock business growth. And they can go there, fill in their details, and download the ebook for themselves and have a look at it.
Wonderful. Excellent. Thank you for offering that. So if you want to go to get this ebook, viewers and listeners, go to douglaskong.com and click on the appropriate link, and you will receive a copy of his ebook after you leave your details. And
Yes.
I'm sure it's going to be absolutely amazing, because these 5 steps sound totally doable and can scale up any business from the ashes to the phoenix.
Yes. And the other thing is, I like to offer your listeners, if they have challenges in their business, a free 30-minute conversation where they can discuss with me their challenges so that I can suggest to them potential solutions or tips or whatever. And then they can take it from there as to what they want to do with the challenges they are facing.
Wonderful. Douglas, thank you so much for joining me today. If you were to give someone some words of wisdom, what would they be?
Oh, nowadays, running and managing a business is rather complex. First of all, because of the competition around us. Now, competition is no longer local unless you are selling very needful and necessary stuff. Most competition is global nowadays because of the internet. And also, nowadays, business is complex because of the many tools that are available to the entrepreneurs, and some of which are not cheap. And I've seen people who have bought tools, software, techniques, courses on the recommendation of consultants, and then they find that it's a white elephant. They can't use it because they don't know how it works, firstly, and secondly, they were not trained to handle it. So because of this, I would recommend every business owner to somebody they can talk to, a coach or a mentor. Why this is important is because we need another view, a sounding board, an advisor, somebody just to hold the opposite viewpoint to challenge us. So we can begin to get clarity. And when we get clarity, we can then begin to find the right solution of our business. It doesn't have to be me. It can be anybody you trust who can allow you to have that function as you run that business of yours. And when you do so, you'll be grateful that you have somebody you can talk to and pick the right solutions for your business at the right time, at the right place.
Wonderful words of wisdom, Douglas. Thank you so much for sharing that with us. I've appreciated you taking the time to speak with me today, and I look forward to being in touch with you soon.
Thank you so much. It's my pleasure.
You've been listening to Talking with the Experts, hosted by Rose Davidson. Make sure you have a look at our back catalogue over at talkingwiththeexperts.com. And be sure to subscribe to our podcast so you don't miss out on any episode. We look forward to your company next time. Talking with the Experts.